guys, welcome back to Mom Talk. We have a really exciting topic today. It is just me and Dr. Jessica and Dr. Maddie. Dr. Cassidy is at our other location in Allen, but we have a jam-packed episode talking about all things Webster certification, prenatal care, and postpartum care. So I'll kind of just start it off talking about what a Webster certification looks like. It is a certification that all four of us have here. And I always just describe it as it's a class we take outside of chiropractic school. So it's an extra certification that's tackled onto our doctorate degree. And it is a course that goes over how to adjust pregnant mamas all the way from first trimester until labor and delivery. Of course, it's an adjustment. So they talk about what areas to focus on, but it's also a little bit of muscle work, a little bit of ligament work that can optimize. I feel like its two main goals is correct and optimal positioning for baby and optimal comfort for mom. So it's a win-win. But yeah. Anybody else or I guess we can dive into what it entails. But yeah.
Yeah, so we're balancing the pelvis. We don't ever turn a baby with Webster care. What we are doing is we are releasing mom's body so that the baby will have enough room to do its thing on its own. So that does look like muscle work, ligament work, an adjustment, a chiropractic adjustment. Sometimes that looks like a drop table. Sometimes that looks like an activator. Sometimes that looks like a side posture. It just depends on your current situation and what we feel as your doctor treating you at the time your body is needing.
Yeah, and it helps create the most space for baby to move around, which is what we really want to decreasing the tension throughout mom's belly and everything around it, but it also gets, again, mom's pelvis in the best positions. That way birth can be easier too, smoother, and also potentially a shorter labor, which is really cool on that aspect with Webster also.
That's a big deal, I think, for a lot of moms too, especially if you've had long labors before or hard deliveries or anything like that. Getting your body or your pelvis in the optimal position so that baby will have an easier time coming out. It's a big deal.
Things change so much with pregnancy, obviously, mentally, emotionally, hormonally. But from the physical aspect, I always talk about how much your center of gravity changes. And that's going to put so much stress on those muscles in the back. I mean, things in the front too. Our round ligaments are going to be pulling like a rope as belly gets bigger. Our body's always going to try to find balance naturally, but with that, when baby is growing every single day, it's going to put a lot of stressors on the low back and the piriformis muscle. It's going to give you that sciatic pain. It's going to get that sacrum, which is that triangle shaped bone right in between our two hip bones. It's going to get that pretty stuck too. So I love adjusting pregnant moms. I see the benefits so much, and I think it's so important to get in here. Obviously, I love when moms come in their third trimester, but getting in here early is going to set you up for so much success. So, I mean, we can adjust people all the way from the very beginning, from the first trimester, and it's really cool to see how it progresses and how it helps all the way 40 weeks later whenever they do give birth.
Yep. So let's talk prenatal care. So I think chiropractic should be a part of everyone's prenatal team. Not just because I'm biased and I'm a chiropractor, but also because, I am a mom. I've had 2 kids and I know how beneficial that was for me going through all of that as well and still being able to work full time and chase that toddler around and all of that. But, for more things than just pelvic alignment, let's talk constipation, reflux, sleep, mood. All of those things can be alleviated when we calm our nervous system down, which really is our ultimate goal here, is to get you out of that fight or flight so that you and your baby can thrive. We say all the time that nerves that wire together fire together. So if you're in fight or flight, more likely that your baby will be in fight or flight. And we don't want that. We want you guys to be thriving, and that's really our whole goal.
Yeah, and it's going to help you just have an overall more comfortable pregnancy too, right? You're not having to deal with all these symptoms that can happen with pregnancy, and it's really going to help you from start to beginning or from start to end to make sure that you are comfortable throughout the entire time, which I think moms are super appreciative of.
I mean, labor and delivery is tough. Anybody can vouch for that, and just having somebody, like we've said, like being able to support you and your nervous system and get you into a really good mental and emotional state. Obviously, you think of chiropractic as like that, like helping with physical pains and aches and pains and stuff like that. But us, like being a nervous system focused office, is really, really cool because it helps get you in that like good mindset for the mental and emotional aspect of how hard labor and delivery is.
Yeah, absolutely. What are things that we should tell mama about prenatal care that maybe they don't know?
That's a good question. I was thinking about this whenever you were talking about the digestive stuff earlier, like even immune health. Like there's not much you can do whenever you're pregnant and you're sick. So I love like if pregnant mamas coming to me and like, hey, like any way can help me out naturally. Whether it's us like working on your sinuses or even that like upper cervical spine too. Like that's a really good random thing that we can help with naturally here. What else? Stretching. I mean, we
Stretching,
give
yeah.
those stretches out.
Magnesium.
Yeah.
Holy moly, magnesium is a big deal. Not just orally, because I think a lot of people are taking magnesium orally.
Yeah.
But topically, we can put it topically like on our calves for Charlie horses during pregnancy. I know you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
You get woken up the first time when you're pregnant with those Charlie horses, and I know you never forget it. Magnesium is going to be your best friend. Lotion, oil, what have you, a soak, it's going to help. It can help with your constipation too, or digestive issues. It can help with sleep, relaxation. Yeah. Getting you in a better mood, helping your muscles recover. Again, our biomechanics and our center of gravity is changing, so our body is adapting to that over time. But sometimes we need a little bit more help.
Yeah. Another big one I feel like too is like with reflux, Paya enzyme.
Paya enzyme, yeah. That's a good one. Paya enzymes are really great for alternative for Tums.
Yeah.
A natural alternative for Tums, for sure. What else?
I'm trying to think.
Water intake, super important in general.
Staying hydrated. So normally, what do we recommend for hydration? Half your body weight in ounces of water, right? So half your body weight in ounces of water per day. Normally, now you're pregnant, so we need to up that a little bit, right? And I know you guys are going to say, well, Dr. Chloe, Dr. Maddie, Dr. Jessica, I'm peeing all the time. Good. You should be.
Yeah.
You should
filter it.
Yeah, get it out.
The stretches like do go a long way. The ones that we specifically give out in the office target the muscles that change the most during pregnancy. We do try to keep it simple. We're not like throwing anything too crazy at you, but like cat-cow, that good deep piriformis stretch, all of that is going to help those muscles a lot. I mean, we love that you come here 2 times a week, but there are things that we have to do to support our body outside of chiropractic as well. I love the stretches I try to talk about them almost every time with our pregnant mamas.
Stretches, walking.
Oh, yeah.
You need to be moving. Now that we're getting into like the cooler months, it might be a little bit easier to do that, to be outside and going on a walk. You have to move your body. If we are going to be stationary, especially if you're somebody who works at a computer or drives a lot, you got to get out and you got to walk. A lot of people will exercise during pregnancy. Walking is considered exercise.
It's like my favorite exercise.
Like I probably wouldn't like compete in a CrossFit competition at 40 weeks pregnant. I mean, you could if that's what you've been training for, but like don't just go do that. What do you think, Dr. Maddie?
I mean, I feel like just staying with like your normal routine is the biggest thing, right? I think especially if you kind of on the aspect of being active, you can keep doing what you're doing and it's super important to stay active, but you can scale it back, right? We don't want you to go 100% all the time. If that's not what you're feeling, you can scale it back and keep that same activity and that same routine, which again is going to also help your mental state and everything like that, because you're going to be in that routine that you're so used to, you know?
Yeah. I don't want you to PR while you're pregnant.
Yeah. Don't
For
do
sure.
that. Don't recommend.
For sure.
But
what about postpartum care?
I feel like we see so many pregnant mamas, which we love, but we get into that like postpartum routine, which obviously is its own set of things and how difficult it is. But I think chiropractic's like the best thing you can do for postpartum care. I mean, all that weight get shifted from the hips and the pelvis and the round ligaments and your pubic bone and all of that. And now it's just goes straight up to that upper body.
Instantly.
We're holding, we're looking down. I always tell mamas, like, even if you're not breastfeeding, you're formula feeding, whatever you're doing, it's still a weird, awkward position. So like, why not optimize your body in the best way possible and set you up for less aches and pains? Just like generally from that aspect of it, why not set you up for less aches and pains postpartum, when you did so much work prenatally, like getting adjusted, obviously.
I mean, I feel like I've had a ton of patients walk in postpartum and they're like, I've been waiting for this day forever, because they just need that relief. And it's also a good support system even after. They're like, they feel like they can talk to us and let everything out too.
Yeah. I like to call it the fourth trimester. I like to call it the fourth trimester because it doesn't stop when you have the baby. This is a whole new world. You didn't
Whole
just
new ball game.
birth a child, you birthed yourself as a mother, which seems kind of like, that's a big deal. And so a lot changes, and I mean, it changes instantly. And so not just hormones, not just biomechanics, but like, how do I do this?
We can tiny things.
Yeah, tiny things that nobody tells you about.
Yeah.
Nobody told me, and I was a chiropractor both times. Like, I lived in this world. Nobody told me that I would smell so bad, and why that was important.
Yeah, I do love those like tiny things that people come to us for. That's postpartum related, but maybe not directly chiropractic related. Helping you get your kid in a
carrier.
How long they should be in their car seat. Like tiny like weird things like that. I love answering questions for, and I love being a mom support for that as well.
We love the "is this normal?" question.
Common or normal?
Common or normal. Because yes, it is very normal for you to smell bad after you've had a baby, because that instinctually lets the baby know where you are because they can't see, right? There is a reason for it. Is it normal that they're up every 2 hours, or that they want to nurse all of the time or feed all of the time? Yes, that's normal. Yes. Is it normal that they can't turn their head or latch on one side? No.
Is it normal that they're pooping every 10th day?
No.
Bring them in.
Is it normal?
Tell them to stop by.
My tailbone to still hurt? No.
Yeah, I feel like that's a big one.
Yeah. Right? Is it normal for my nipples, for lack of a better word, to be bleeding and cracking and hurting while we're nursing? No. These are things that we need to be looking for and talking about, and that's what we're here for, right? You see so
way beyond
much.
chiropractic.
Way beyond chiropractic. Way beyond chiropractic. Not just for you guys, but also new baby and your family and all of that. Your mental state. Seeing us this often allows us to say, okay, are you okay? Really, are you okay? Right?
Siblings transitioning and adjusting to their newborn sibling. That's something we talk about a lot.
Because it's not just you, right? It is your whole family. There's a big change for the whole dynamic, right? You have to take into consideration everyone, which again, it is a big step for you because you are becoming a mom, or it's your 5th kid, right? It's the same thing, but there are changes that come with it no matter what.
And each baby's different. If there's anything 100%. I've learned, even if it's your 10th, you're like, whoa, didn't know this one. Didn't know about this one, So it's really cool to see the dynamic change and being able to support moms through it.
Right, especially in that first 6 weeks, you guys are learning each other, right? It's a whole new person. You're a whole new person with each birth. Everybody is different, and it's important to support you differently in each stage. And that's where we come in, right? We want to be a part of your team. We want to make sure that you're getting the help that you need, and if you're not, then how do we help you get that, right? How do we help you say yes when somebody offers something? How do we support you outside of just these 4 walls in this office? And that's something that we're super passionate about. So if you have any questions at all, if we don't know, we will figure it out for you.
So true.
But there's so many of us here that we can at least rack somebody's brain, right?
It is the coolest thing that your body will ever go through. And so being on your team through, day 1, first trimester, all the way to that 4th trimester postpartum care is so important.